Hello, good morning. Welcome to Boss Move. I'm Graham Woods, and we'll be starting in about 1.5 minutes. Meanwhile, enjoy the music. Say hello to William Penn. Hello, welcome to Boss Move. Welcome to Boss Moves. It's Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. I'm Graham Woods. Are you a business buyer? I'm going to show you some search fund secrets. And what is entrepreneurship through acquisition, you ask? Join me as we explore this private equity style industry. Also, see how I evaluate targets for acquisition. I will share access to this community of search entrepreneurs, the venture capitalists who finance these ventures, and the investment bankers who broker them. Also, I'm providing a link. Let me see if I can get you that link. There we go. Right there at the bottom of the screen. That will give you a permanent, if you go through this link and join this group, you'll get a permanent 33% discount by joining searchfunder.com through this link. Okay. I'm Graham Woods, a financial consultant specializing in business value and wealth management. Imagine having a clear strategic plan that not only grows your business and income, but also secures your financial future. I help business owners to create, manage, grow, protect, access, and transfer their business value. This live stream is about helping you to make boss moves using my evergreen value management system. Boss moves is about strategic management of your business value and risk to support your personal financial goals. By integrating business value estimates into comprehensive financial planning, I implement total wealth management and help to ensure you, my clients, and my viewers are well prepared for retirement, estate planning, and any exit strategy you choose. Connect with me to learn how we can grow and protect your business together. All right. Entrepreneurship through acquisition. What is it? Well, they say it was developed officially as a strategy in the 70s or in the 80s, and then it's been taught through Ivy League schools and some higher end uh, graduate business schools. And it's a process where investors, instead of starting up a new venture, they buy a small business and become grow that business from the middle. So rather than starting up, they buy a growth business and they manage it from there on. It works almost like the private equity model, where the private equities are buying companies that they can add value to and grow. But this, in this case, is usually an individual or a few partners that work together to manage his business. A lot of them call themselves search fund entrepreneurs, and that comes from the fact that they go out and they raise capital to support the finance their search process and the acquisition process. So there are venture capital and private equity firms that finance search entrepreneurs and allow them to have a search fund, and so they get paid. That's how they make their living for a few years, to go out and investigate companies for to determine if they're ready for acquisition. And the usual intent of these entrepreneurs is to buy the company for long-term ownership. So they will be the primary owner and the CEO of this company, and to grow this company and to keep it in place. So it's unlike private equities that want to hold and then sell a few years down the line. These search fund entrepreneurs want to hold permanently. So this is going to be their bread and butter for most of their lives. A lot of these search entrepreneurs come from Ivy Leagues, the Ivy Leagues. But this is a industry that's been spreading. There are a lot more people involved, and I'm going to give you a resource. Let's see. Let me open it up. I want you to go to yeah, there it is. I want you to go to this site. I'm going to make it big for you, and I'm going to adjust the screen. Why is the screen like this? There we go. So this is at Stanford Center for Entrepreneurial Studies, and this is the website that offers the keys to the kingdom on search funds and how they operate. So if you are thinking of being a business buyer and you want to follow a process that's been well developed, I suggest you go to this site and read some of their research, and specifically read this search fund primer, and then any of the other materials that are available here. And this will go over the techniques, the search techniques, the financing techniques, everything they do to identify a business that they're interested in, and then to actually make the purchase, who they talk to, who helps them through the process. It's all in here. And the interesting thing about this new industry is there are other sources of information for you. I would start with the Ivy League and top business schools. So go to Chicago Booth website, do a Google search, entrepreneurship through acquisition, search fund entrepreneurs, search funds, and then add the name of the school, and if they have a curriculum for search funds, and they're trying to encourage their grad students to start search funds. They probably have materials that are available. Stanford is unique in that this is made available to the public. So I would go to Stanford first, and this would get you started. And that's why I like. I mean, it's they call it Search Fund Primer. Read that information. Uh, check your own school. So there may be resources for both current students and alumni. So if you went to business school, um, check to see if your school has resources, and sometimes they might also encourage their alumni to go into this process. So you may be able to join some of their groups to work on it. So the schools also have private groups and clubs for search fund entrepreneurs, or people are interested in entrepreneurship through acquisition. There is also internationally the IESE business school from the University of Navarra. Let me show you that to you. All right, and www.iese.edu, and they have a lot of research on search funds internationally. And then you may want to do some additional research on your own to see if you can find any more information about that internationally. All right. It's really important that you, especially if you're interested in raising capital for an actual fund, that you do this research and understand how to put this together. Stanford they really tell you this is the way you should make your to lay out your business, your strategy, your plan. And if you present this to the venture capital firms that focus in on search funds, then you'll increase the chances of you getting financing. Now, some of these firms, they only target students from where they went to school. So the owners, the partners of these firms, they only want to support graduates of Stanford or graduates of Chicago Booth or graduates of Harvard. But then there's some of these firms that are school agnostic, I guess you could say. And if you have a good plan and good idea, it looks like you can run a company, they will talk to you. And then I'll go through a way to actually identify some of these companies at when we go to the website that I was talking about, Search Funder. And I'm a member of this website. And again, I'm going to give you the QR code back. If you join, I have an interest in this because I get a permanent 33% discount for each one of you that join. And then you get a 33% discount as soon as you join. And I think if they're running the same promotion, then if you get people to join yourself, you get another 33% discount for each person. So all you really need are after me, two other people to join, and this is a free, well, not really free, but after your first payments, this is a free service. Okay. So go to Search Funder, and let me show you that page. Let me get rid of this QR code, and let me expand this guy so he feels the screen a little bit better. And I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough of what's in here. So I like this. I get emails every day about forum conversations, and this is just more information. Some of these guys, it's a combination of search fund entrepreneurs, investment bankers, specialists in due diligence, attorneys, CPAs, investment, everybody. that's involved in this community can talk on this forum if they're a member, and you get a lot of good information from experts about how you uh, uh, can have better success with your deals. So, like this first one, looking to hear experiences or notes on buying an architecture firm. So, who else? Where else are you going to go to find someone else that's looking at an architecture firm? All right, and then down here we got 8 comments about people that have experience with architecture firms. The first section of this I want to talk about is the directory. So everybody that's on this program ends up in the directory. Let me see. Let me zoom in a little bit, and then you'll see over here in a directory by region, so United States and international, by industry. So if you want to find out who's specifically is working in the industry that you're interested in, and then you can go through and talk to them. They list their company, their name, background. So again, this is started by top 10 business schools. So they have a real emphasis on pedigree, but I'm telling you, everybody is in here. So if you didn't go to Harvard, it doesn't matter, because it's all about business. It's not about what school you went to. So let's look for searchers and in the United States. All right, let's say Temple University. Let's see. Let's do a search. Let's do Temple University Finance. There we go. It updated. So you got search fund entrepreneurs here. Okay, search fund searcher, Spring Lake, New Jersey, Jeff Stark. All right, you can go to Jeff Stark's page, and then he gives a little blurb, what he's looking for. All right, and then what I like to do is let's go back. I like to identify let's see, Marcus Heel, CEO of Pan Holdings. All right, copy. Let's go to paste. We're going to get rid of the Stanford site. So let's go to Google, paste, Pan Group. Is it the same company? Might not be the same company. Now, I was going to try to do this on the fly, but it looks like I really should come with a little bit more preparation. But what you do is you go through, and sometimes on their website, a lot of these guys set up a website for their organization, especially if they're also raising capital. And on the website, they may list some of their investors, and you want to go and see who their investors are. That's how you identify the search funds, and then you can reach out to not the search funds, but the funders of search funds, and then you can reach out to them to find out what their criteria is for financing. You can also go back to the directory and look for investors. So this changed to investors. Let's make sure we're in the United States, U.S. investors. And this guy, wait a second. Let's look at Jeff Kangas. He's an investor at Bandon Peak Ventures. And I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to actually find this thing, but we'll see. Oh, there we go. BandonPeak.com. You go to Bandon Peak, building great companies, one investment at a time. Get in touch. So there you go. This guy, he is looking for investments. He gives a little blurb about what he's doing. He wants to start a conversation. What happens if I click that? Oh, it takes you to the bottom. Yep. So there you go. I found an investor if you're looking for investors for your search fund. I told you guys, I'm going to give you secrets of the community. I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom. When I say I'm going to do that, I mean it. All right, let's go back to this homepage. I want to show you a few more things that's great about this site. Jobs. So if you are in school and you're looking for internships and you want an internship with a private equity firm or investment firm, here you go. There's a list of jobs that are available. I also posted my sales executive position here a few weeks ago, and I've had some contacts reach out. So they list also people that are looking for jobs and people that jobs that are available. So if you're looking for talent, you can also come through here. The next one is let's go to deals. Yep. You can find transaction or potential deals here. So if you're looking for a business to buy, this is a marketplace for those businesses. Okay. And there are other marketplaces that you can go. So let's say bizbuy.sell. And you can go through here and screen. You guys know about this one. Everybody knows about BizBuy. LoopNet has a business for sale section. So you can go through and check those businesses. I also search to develop off-market deals. So, and then I have lists of private equity, venture capital, growth capital, and family office firms that are in this space. So I can find more deals and more buyers than what's in here. So you'll want to keep an eye out for. There's plenty of other deal sources that you can get to find a business to buy or to sell your business. And then remember, if you go back here and you go to the directory, if you're a seller or if you're a buyer and you're looking for someone to help you identify businesses, they'll list the intermediaries, lenders, lawyers, accountants, consultants. Let's see some of the intermediaries. United States. And then, there I am. Graham Woods, GS Woods Financial Solutions. I'm listed as an intermediary. All right. So the reason I said Temple, because I went to Fox School at Temple. Let's see. Let's look at a competitor. Let's do Canada. Dwayne Mitchell. Ontario Business Brokers. So we can go check out his site. Let's get rid of BizBuySell. All right. His site. What was it? Ontario Business Brokers. All right. I'm not finding it, but maybe we need to dig a little deeper. But the point is, you should also go through this list to find intermediaries and brokers, and they also search for off-market deals themselves. So you're not going to find, if you're trying to find the best businesses to buy, you should go to the regular marketplaces that are out there, like LoopNet and BizBuySell.com. But you're not going to find everything that's available. A lot of times people consider these the picked through businesses, although if you look carefully, you might find the gem, and they only picked through by people that aren't a match for the business. So the business has to be a match for you, for your goals, and you have to be a match for the business. All right. So you might find your match on any of these places, but then also go back and talk to these intermediaries and see what they know about the market and what's out there and available. Let's go back. We're in deals, and then there's some research. So you can research companies, and it's limited research. Let's see, I get this month, I have 908 free contact views remaining, and then I'll get 100 more credits next month. So I can enter in a code, a NAICS code or a company, search by company, get a list of companies that I want to target. I generally use a different search list, so but this is also there. Industries. So for you guys, you have specific industries that you're interested in investing in. If you're an accounting firm and you're looking to expand your company, grow your company, and you want to see what the opportunities are, you could look here. And it goes through its IBISWorld research. They don't let you take this down from this location, but it's good. You can get an idea of the competitive landscape, what's going on, costs and operations is typical, and questions for owners as a buyer. All right. And it is the number of industries are endless. So you see the scroll bar here. See how tiny it is. It goes forever. Audiologists. Have you thought about buying an audiologist company? Auto extended warranty providers. Auto mechanics. That's a big one in search fund industry. Auto parts manufacturers. Let's get out of the A's. Beekeeping. Yeah, beekeeping. I have to click on that. So compound annual growth rate of the beekeeping industry is 2.73%. Profit margin, 4.4% profit margin. It's not that big of an industry. $25 million in exports. It's the competitive landscape. High competition and steady. Moderate barriers to entry. Okay. So down the line for these live streams and podcasts, I'm going to do some industry reports. but I can't possibly do all of these in the time I have. But you guys can come through and target your specific industries. Industries I specifically target are business services, healthcare, education, manufacturing, professional services, and technology. But the services I provide are industry agnostic, so they would work for just about any business that I come across. Zipline operators in the U.S. Okay. Yeah, see, look at that. Small. There's not that many zipline operators. 774 establishments. So that's very, very, very niched. All right. Let's get back. And then transactions. So if you want to get an idea of transactions of a value, business value, you can identify transactions in your industry in the area or close to where your company is and get comparable transactions and then come up with a valuation, an idea of a valuation. Uh, it might be easier if you just go to my link here, get your score. I'm going to I think you can read that link in the top uh, this corner right here where I'm pointing. All right. If you hit that QR code, then you can go and get your Value Builder score and benchmark valuation. That's a complimentary service. And then you'll get an idea of how much your business is worth and for planning purposes. And then the score will talk about the 8 drivers of value of a business from the eyes of an acquirer, and what you can do to improve your business value, to increase the value, to improve your multiples. The idea is to do that and then bring it to market. So improve your business. It's like staging your home. You don't when you sell your house, you don't sell it unless it's one of those properties that really need work. You don't sell it as is. You clean it up a little bit. You have the cleaners come through. You have your realtor has a staging specialist come through, arrange furniture, reduce clutter, clean up, make sure everything is nice. You have your electric checked, your plumbing checked, and everything, so it's ready to go. And then you put it on the market so that you can get the best price. Well, you want to do that the same thing with your business. Business is a little bit more complex, so we have a program that will help you identify areas that you can have high impact by making improvements, high impact to the value of your business. Let's go back to this search funder. Make sure I got everything. Yep. And then if you get on, you can advertise and earn permanent free access by referring your friends. So, hey, you guys are my friends, and I have put this QR code up several times. The search funder QR code at the bottom of the screen, and you can get 33% discount. And then if I can get additional discounts, so I'm already at the 33% level, but if more people join through my QR code, I get discounts too. And then and so why am I sharing this? Part of my goal is to increase access to markets and capital for my viewers and clients. So those are some of my core values: access to capital, access to markets. So that's just something that I do. Um, I get a discount for each referral again, and it's in my best interest to expand this market, this entrepreneurship through acquisition market, to have better educated buyers in the market and to have better educated sellers in the market. There's more opportunities for me. Every time I have a client that wants to sell, I have a bigger market of buyers to talk to. Um, I don't have to go out and convince people to buy a business. Well, there's a ready-made market of business buyers right here. So I work with them, and and then I want you to talk to me first to see about maximizing the value of your business before you approach the brokers or buyers on this website, searchfunder.com, or on any other websites. And if you're a buyer, I can help you evaluate your targets before you get bogged down into due diligence. So getting the value builder score and benchmark valuation will help speed up your process and save you time. So I promised to tell you how I screen businesses as I'm going through. All right. So I am a search entrepreneur myself. I'm self-funded because my business as it is uniquely positioned to help me in the search. So being a business consultant, value management consultant, and an advisor, certified value builder advisor, the system that I use to help my clients increase the value of their business. So I also use it to identify opportunities for myself. So which businesses do I want to invest in? I use it to screen targets because it's quick and easy. It saves a lot of time. Uh, if you can get the SIM from the seller or from their broker, you can easily just punch in the information that you need to get a score on the business, to score the business, and then to get a benchmark valuation. Okay. So it saves me from the expense of full diligence on a company that won't fill my investment goals. So you have an idea of some of my investment goals, what clients that I target. Let's look. Revenue between 1 to 10 million, EBITDA 100,000 to 2 million, established. So that's estimated value about 300,000 to $10 million. These are the companies I'm targeting as clients, but they're also potential companies that I might be interested in buying. And then industry, again, business services, healthcare, education, manufacturing, professional services, technology. And these are all private, closely held companies. And then the rest of the criteria, you have that criteria, but the rest I'll keep to myself because that's my internal secret. But we can look at these 8 drivers of value and see uh, where these are places where I can actually identify and then quantify the impact on the value of the business. So and where I can make the biggest impact on increasing value. So if I buy a business that right now they have some issues at the pricing that they're offering, and I consider it at the bottom end of the value range that I find for this business, I can invest in that business, buy it, and then actually work on these 8 different areas in the business to increase the value. myself, increase the profitability of the business, and increase uh, the size of my portfolio for my investment. So get return on investment. So I look at financial performance, and let me go over this a little bit. So we're looking at both top line revenue, bottom line profit, and then also the quality of the reporting, the quality of bookkeeping. So the quality of the numbers reported in between. If they don't have a bookkeeper, if they're not really tracking how their business is being run, then I might not be so interested in this business because it might be a little bit too much risk for me. Um, can I trust the numbers that are being presented? Growth potential. So business owners that so a lot of business owners, they want value based on what was done in the past, but really buyers like me, we value the business on its future potential. So where can we grow the business? Can we bring it into new markets? Can I cross sell? Can I cross sell it with services that I already offer? So I look at specific industries that are more related to mine to see if that's something that might match what I'm looking for businesses to buy. Um, and it's important to remember as a seller that this is not the end. This is the end from you as a seller, but it's not the end for the buyer. So they're looking toward the future to see how the business can grow. Switzerland structure. So this has to do with the your dependence on your suppliers, your employees, and your customers or clients. You want to diversify your customers. You don't want to be over reliant. If a large portion of your revenue is dependent on the customer that faced the blizzards a couple of weeks ago, then for a little bit you may have lost some revenue because those businesses went out of operation while they're dealing with a weather disaster. Same thing with suppliers. You want to make sure you have suppliers. If you're dependent on suppliers from Canada or from China, well, we have tariffs coming up, so costs are going to go up. Hopefully a business is diversified, so they have other sources that they can provide, get the resources they need for their services. Next is valuation teeter totter, and that's cash moving through the business. And it has a direct relationship with the value of the business because when a business owner buys a business, they're really writing two checks. One check goes to the seller, the former owner. The next check goes to fund working capital. And if that check is too big, that reduces the value of the business in the eyes of the buyer. And we can talk about in other live streams how to manage that working capital. But you want to make sure that I make sure that the business is generating more cash than it's eating up and it's sucking up. Someone mentioned that, do you want it to be a cash cow or a cash suck? The next one is reoccurring revenue, and there's 6 different forms of recurring revenue that lead that make a business help make a business valuable. And the whole idea is you want revenue that's dependable, so that you can plan. Um, so the more locked in that revenue is, and the further out you can project that revenue, uh, the more valuable it is for a buyer. Then we look at what are we looking at? Monopoly control. Uh, so it's your position, your ability to control pricing in your market. in your marketing position, differentiation of your business in the market, what your business means to customers. And then the customer score. So it's a measure of customer satisfaction. The idea is how likely are your customers to return, and how likely are they to refer you to other people that they know. And we have methods of measuring those things through customer uh, feedback. And then the hub and spoke is the dependence of the business on the owner. So when I'm looking for a business, because I operate this business that you see me doing right now, I don't really have a lot of time be to buy a job and to operate the other business. So I need a business that has a strong management team that I can supervise, not something where I'm going to go in and I'm going to do hands-on work. A lot of the search fund entrepreneurs are a little different. So they might be looking for that because they're looking to be CEO of that new company. They're looking for a job. So their requirements for the business dependence on the owner are not as stringent as my requirements for business dependence on the owner. That gives you an idea that each investor, each buyer has different criteria, and they have different measures of the amount of risk that they're willing to take on in each business. That's why, even though they say sites like BizBuySell are shopped through, they're not really shopped through. There's just the right buyer, the buyer that fits that business, hasn't been found yet. All right. So there's some other things that I go through in looking at each target, and it has to do with the value of the business from my eyes, what I can do with it, what I plan to do with it. So I go on to develop my own, I guess, vision and mission for this business and how it's going to fit in with everything that I'm already doing. To pick the business, and then so if it fits my criteria, then that might be a business that I'm interested in. And then I go on and I start considering, all right, how much is this going to cost me? How am I going to pay for it? And we can talk in other shows about financing the business, SBA funding, or finding investors through searchfunder.com, the types of investors that are available out there, or buying the business through uh, um, financing of equipment and assets. So a lot of the SBA, you can finance a lot of the business if there's real estate involved through SBA loans. So there's real risk in the market now, I think, on the SBA side because of what's going on in DC right now. But I don't think they're going to mess too much with business. So there's those opportunities are still going to be there. Yes, I'm a search fund or a search entrepreneur. I'm self-funded, so none of this is meant to be any type of offering. I finance my business myself, or through commercial banks. Most of the search fund entrepreneurs that are in that size market financed through banks, financial lending, and then there's some that have investors that are involved. And then there's different formulas of investment and financing, and equity investment, your skin in the game, uh, that are out there, different ways, different methods of doing it. And whatever your approach determines your claim to the profits. So once you grow the business, your control of the business overall, and the size of the business they're able to buy. So self-funded search funders don't have as much capital as the ones that are coming in with private equity bank behind them. So that's it. That is the if you're looking to buy a business, all right, and you got on here with me, then I shared with you some search fund secrets. Talked to you about what entrepreneurship through acquisition was. And then I shared with you some keys to the kingdom by going to the Stanford website for this. I think they call it Center for Entrepreneurial Development. But all you got to do is Google it, and you'll find that site, or just go back, rewind this recording, and it's in there. And then I shared with you how I evaluate target companies. And then I shared this cue card, this link to searchfunder.com. So you have access. You can get on to Searchfunder. You can talk to those people yourself, get information yourself, do your own research. And if you need any help, I'm always available to help you grow the value of your business, help you with your personal financial planning. How does that fit in personally, and helping you get to where you want to be. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. Let me see if I can find the William Penn. There's William Penn.